Every year, someone asks the same question: what's the fastest way to become a .NET developer in 2026? The honest answer is there's no shortcut, but there is a clear order, a sequence where each skill unlocks the next one, instead of you bouncing between 50 tutorials that all assume different starting points. Let's go from zero to pro. Everything starts with C# itself, not with frameworks. Learn variables, types, control flow, methods, and classes before you touch a single web framework. C# is strongly typed and object-oriented at its core, so concepts like inheritance, interfaces, and polymorphism aren't optional trivia. They show up in nearly every real codebase you'll read on day one of a job. Once C# feels natural, understand what .NET actually means as a platform. It's the runtime that executes your code, the base class library that gives you collections, file I/O, and networking, and the SDK and .NET CLI that build, run, and publish your projects, all cross-platform, running the same on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Here's where a lot of beginners get tangled up because half the tutorials online are outdated. Net Framework was the old Windows-only runtime, frozen at version 4.8 and no longer getting new features. Modern .NET, .NET 6, 8, and now beyond, is the unified cross-platform successor. In 2026, unless you're maintaining legacy software, you build on .NET, full stop. Next comes tooling. Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code both work well. Visual Studio for deep debugging and designer support, VS Code for a lighter cross-platform setup. Either way, you'll live in the .NET CLI and NuGet, the package manager that pulls in everything from logging libraries to entire frameworks with a single command. With the basics solid, go deeper into the language features that separate a beginner from someone who's genuinely productive. LINQ for querying collections declaratively, Async and await for non-blocking I/O, and generics for writing reusable, type-safe code. These aren't advanced extras, they're used constantly in production .NET code. Then move to data, learn SQL first, independent of any tool, so you understand what's actually happening underneath. Then layer Entity Framework Core on top. It maps your C# classes to database tables, handles migrations, and lets you query with LINQ instead of handwritten SQL for most everyday cases. Now you're ready to build AP is with ASP.NET Core, either the traditional controller-based style or the newer, leaner, minimal AP is. This is where you learn routing, model binding, middleware, and how to return proper HTTP status codes instead of just making endpoints that happen to work. Don't skip testing. Write unit tests with xUnit or NuGet, and get comfortable mocking dependencies so you can test business logic in isolation. Employers notice candidates who test their own code without being told to. It signals you think about correctness, not just getting something running once. As projects grow, learn dependency injection and basic architecture patterns, separating your API layer, your business logic, and your data access instead of stuffing everything into one giant class. ASP.NET Core bakes dependency injection in from the start, so this is less a separate skill than a habit to build early. From there, branch into the ecosystem around the code, Docker to containerize your app, Azure, or any cloud provider say to host it, and a CI/CD pipeline in GitHub Actions or Azure DevOps to build, test, and deploy automatically every time you push. This is what makes you deployable, not just capable of coding. Alongside all of this, get fluent in Git, branching, pull requests, resolving merge conflicts, because in a real team, how you collaborate matters as much as how you code. Read other people's pull requests, leave comments, and get comfortable having your own code reviewed and changed. Turn what you've learned into something real, a small API with a database behind it, deployed to the cloud with tests and a CI pipeline. One finished, deployed project you can explain end-to-end beats 5 half-built tutorials sitting in a folder. It's what actually gets discussed in interviews. .NET ships a major release every November, so staying current matters. Follow the release notes, read the .NET blog, and don't be afraid that the platform is still changing. That's a sign it's actively maintained, not unstable. Join the community on GitHub and Discord. Most of what you'll learn long-term comes from other developers' code, not courses. So the roadmap is C# fundamentals, then the .NET platform itself, then tooling, then the language features that make you productive, then data with EF Core, then APIs with ASP.NET Core, then testing and architecture, then Docker, Cloud, and CI/CD, all wrapped around Git in one real finished project. Follow that order, and 2026 is a realistic year to land your first .NET role.